Hi everyone, Amos here. Today, bring you up a new draft analysis. That's how you call it, I believe. We're back with another league. We've been running a bit low this time, but now we're back for more. Yeah, I didn't have any idea how to start this. But hey, so this aside, we are back once again joining the BBL League, a league consisting of powerful Uber Pokemon. We actually participate in the previous Wi-Fi season, and we did pretty poorly. I mean, I would say I have a little knowledge about Ubers, and on top of that, it was Wi-Fi, so that was technically a harder situation for me to be in since I still have to learn from Wi-Fi, and now I was like in Ubers at the same time. But yeah, despite that, it was still a lot of fun. We had Rayquaza last season, and we I made Rayquaza look like not a threat. But yeah, that's how the previous run we had on this season. I uploaded it obviously, so if you wanna look in the not so very depth of the past videos. You can see you can see that if you really want to see them. I'm not forcing you guys. It's up to you. You have the right to watch it or not. But if you're here today, it means that you want to know what I have for this season in particular. Not like I'm already spoiling the first Pokemon I draft either right now or in the thumbnail or anything. No, no, no. You're still for a surprise. You don't know what I'm bringing. And that's the beauty of it. And so, without further ado, let's start with what we drafted. I mean, I think you have at least common knowledge of what what the drafted. Like, you just draft Pokemon, like you won't draft something successful. So instead, I'm gonna say what I'm expecting to do with those Pokemon in particular, because I think you may know, like for example, the first Pokemon of my draft being Lugia. You all know that Lugia is considered to be like the great wall of Uber. So of course I'm gonna, instead of saying what it is, I'm gonna say what I'm expecting to do with it. So like I said, starting off with Lugia, I didn't have a great position to pick because for those who don't know, they allowed a little bit more Ubers than usual this time. Like they allowed Calyrex, Ice Rider, and Mewtwo. Because why not? And since I was like the 10th to pick, means I'll get no one, a great Uber. Nothing wrong with that, but not like a super broken one. Right. So what I'm expecting to do with this Lugia right here? Simple. Well, like I said, it's a great wall of Ubers, so I'm expecting to reproduce it here. Because the Ubers in general are powerful to the point that even if you have a Pokemon that can check with a certain typing, it's not guaranteed. It will definitely not come out on top, like at all. Like either because you'll end up being too passive, you'll just let the powerful Ubers team to just take advantage of this, or simply won't be able to do anything back. Like who cares if you can take a hit but not be able to do anything back? Like you don't do enough damage, or just let it set up or anything like that. So Lugia kinda saw this right of being the Uber that can help against the other Ubers because of its great bulk. Like, it's definitely held back for sure. Like with ability of multi-scale allow it to just be unkillable from full health. And that's at least the defensive part of Lugia I'm expecting to use. But I'm also thought of using it more offensively because Lugia is just so naturally bulky. I don't necessarily need defensive investment. Like I can just invest in the speed to outrun what I want, then just running the rest in my offensive stat to patch up my lack of damage input, because base 90 across the board is not an impressive is it's definitely not a great offensive stat to have as an Uber. So trying to patch it up will be really useful for sure. Like being allowed to have a stronger Aeroblast, Earth Power, or whatever. Or just being more defensive. It's just nullifying the team with moves like Toxic or Thunder Wave while keeping itself healthy with Roost. Also, I know there's also this saying of Lugia just being Toxic Magnet, which is true for sure. I won't deny this. I mean, that's what a team is. Like you, I don't mean Lugia being the impenetrable wall. I just meant to be just what allows me to just stay in the game against my opponent's powerful threat. That's what I'm expecting to do with Lugia. Just be able to hang in there, despite having to fight really powerful stuff. So yeah, so that was Lugia. Next, I have the Yoshifu, the Rapid Strike variant, and that because I think I was able to draft Dark Yoshifu. I don't remember if it got picked or not, but no matter what, I would have picked because there's also a showdown version of BBL where I drafted Yoshifu Dark, so I thought that it'll be maybe redundant to just pick it again. So I thought that might as well give the Rapid Strike version a it's time to shine there. Like, it can be compared to its other brother. This one is more easy to deal with. It's that wider fighting seems really potent offensively. There's many Pokemon that can just check as the dual typing. Like also, it's very easy to play because its signature moves Surging Strikes, hitting 3 times, meant hit by a Rocky Helmet 3 times. If you don't want to hit at that, you have to run Protective Path, and thus you're lacking an item that can make you stronger. If you see what I mean. But besides that, it's still a great Pokemon, a great breaker with good natural bulk. For me, I think there's no denying what it's gonna do. I just said it. It's gonna be a strong offensive strat. It's gonna use its typing to get as many switching opportunity as it is, and wreak havoc with either its strong stabs or with momentum U-turn. It's pretty basic to understand, but that's traffic for you. So up next, now this is the second Uber. Because normally the way it works, it was a point system that depending on what point you drive your Uber, you can drive it alongside another Uber. Last season I also had Zamazenta crowned alongside Rayquaza, but Zamazenta sucked so much I just ended up dropping it and I played with a single Uber. And this time Lugia being I believe it was it was lower points compared to Rayquaza. So I was able to get a better Uber if you see what I mean. And for that I took Naganado. Of course, it's a strong offensive threat, but a dragon type that can threaten fairy types is always ideal. And also, I got some new tricks in Gen notably Toxic Spike and Spike. I know he got Spikes this generation. I don't remember if he got Toxic Spike or not, but it has those, which is always useful. And again, it'll be like Yoshifu. It's a strong offensive threat that can use its speed and power to threaten offensive Pokemon by either threatening with a stab or taking advantage of the offensive pressure by using U-turn. So pretty understandable, or even just set off spike just because of how many times it force switches. And those spikes will obviously help the team because it will mean that busting through the walls, making the thing easier. Most notably more for Lugia, which is good. And then next we have Rotom, and this guy is gonna use his unusual typing and ability to just be a pivot for the team. It's, it's just so funny that the electric fire type can wall many Pokemon, and because of Levitate, they don't have to fear to ground type move most of the time. Generally, I'm not like the biggest fan of the Rotom appliances. For me, I think they're good Pokemon for sure. Just because like their typing ability and stats, for me, they're making the like great Pokemon. It's just I don't like the other move they gain by entering an electronic. Like like for the Oven 4, of course, overheat. Those moves are strong for sure, but not necessarily a move that I would generally want to run on a daily basis. Like, but I have to run with it because that's the Pokemon for you. Yeah, so either using his typing to just get momentum with Volt Switch, or just being a nasty plot breaker. I don't think it's gonna be a sweeper at all because it's lower speed stats. I don't necessarily want to run a blunder policy just to renegade that. But I think okay, sorry, I'm playing with my Joy-Con, so wait, I don't know if you have seen so far, but you can see they're holding items. I'm pretty much just teasing whoever I'm bringing for week one. So, if, yeah, we're running a low budget. We're just doing what we can. I don't want to gen the Pokemon I already gen because I'm recording this after I play week one. So at least I'm teasing you guys who I'm bringing for week one. Oh, so that gives you a night. That makes you wonder what the entire set will be. Oh, giving reason to watch week one. Oh. The next is just taka 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 taka. But it's not for mostly being a trick room abuser. By using trick room, its extremely pathetic speed becomes a strength and allows it to use powerful moves such as Gyro Ball. It also, learning Surf Rock is always useful nonetheless. Its typing can really give it annoying weaknesses, most notably ground and fighting. And I do have Lugia and Rodon that can check most of them. So at least defensively is not the worst. As long as it's not being hit by any of those two types in particular, you can take at least any hit. Because of how big its bulk is, and because it's so big, it'll most of the time be max HP, allowing it to at least take one hit, even multiple depending on what it is, and use its this as a opportunity to set up and be able to recover massive damage. Really wanted to try this Pokemon. Maybe hard to use because of this, but you never know. And up next, being yeah, yeah, I'm showing the Pokemon in draft order that I did, and yes, this is round six Sableye. I think yeah, this Pokemon is a bit it's pretty solid for me. Like it's that maybe mediocre, but Prankster is a great ability for sure. Like with the HP and defense investment and Will-O-Wisp, it's really tanky on the physical side. Since Prankster patch is atrocious speed stat, access to knockoff is always useful. Yeah, I'm pretty much using this like as if I want to counter a certain Pokemon with it. Like if there is a strong Pokemon, but Stabilize typing can help. I'll probably use it there to at least nullifying it because Prankster at least allows Stabilize to act before the target and at least release something to cripple the opponent with it. Which I like because the other Pokemon will mostly be just dead weight against other worlds will be unable to do something like Stabilize, in my eyes at least. Next, yep, guess who's back in Ubers this time? It's the shape that can lame lies. Yep, we bring double in Ubers. I don't think I need to explain what it does. If you saw my APA run, you all know where double came from. You all know what I'm capable to do with this. Do not underestimate that sheep, or else you'll be will have to deal with the devil in sheepish clothing. So yeah, that's double. With me, at least. Next, Gash Jordan. Again, our ground slide tapping with an ability that gives it an immunity to water. Pretty much being like a wall that uses typing to just cripple with status. I don't think I'm gonna use it a lot because, like I said, those Pokemon are in Uber, those Pokemon are generally meant to fail most of the time. But if I use Gastrodon, it won't be against an Uber. It'll be as a regular Pokemon you see in regular draft. So I guess there's that. Next, it may not be on a horse, but I'm drafting it anyway. Calyrex, its overall is pretty mediocre. Like base 80 across the board, 7 HP, which is a 100. Grass and Psychic, it may not be the best draw type ever. So what is Calyrex doing here? Pretty much doing what a grass type do, using moves like Leash Shield and Emerald Therapy to support the team. Like Esrodon, may not become a lot, but if it does, just expect it to do grass type things. And next, yep, following all the lower tier mon, we have Garmanatan. Right here and there. It wasn't big, it's a strong breaker. Even in Ubers, it can do well. Sure. It's I think I one small have to leave is that I was not taking out I think Garm, but like I said, it was still there. I didn't mind more power to compensate for for the recent Pokemon I just picked that aren't enough for the strength. At least I patched things up a bit. So yeah, again, use this power to threaten Pokemon with either KOs or U-turn. Usual draftling standard picks. Next, because it's still not done, we have a Pinsir. Why? Because it's a bug type. I didn't have a bug type yet. Pinsir is funny. You don't see him often. You never know what he can do. So I guess there's a surprise factor, which I'm known for. And you can see it's holding an item, so you're gonna see it week one. So you never know what it's gonna do. And then rounding up our draft of 12 Pokemon. I believe at this point I was at still 19 points, but like there's literally nothing that I wanted to complete the draft. So I was like, okay, with every coaches that can pick literally anything left with their budget, what Pokemon could I possibly snipe for someone? Like I just go to the tier list, I look at my opponent's draft, and I just look who could draft who. So I took a shot in the dark. Pick Meowstick right here, and wouldn't you know it? I was indeed able to snipe somebody. I don't know if they're gonna mention it, but I guarantee you this Meowstick was definitely a snipe. And besides that, I think it can still fit correctly in my team. I mean, like I said, play as Prankster, but you can use Prankster to mostly set up his partners for terrifying sweeping condition. Most notably setting up Reflect and Night Screen and having Yawn to force the team to switch out. But yeah, that's rounding out the team. I'm not gonna waste any more time. You all saw this. You saw the 12. You don't know anything else beside that. Effectively, we are out of the week one match next week. It's gonna be against my good friend Kirby. I love fighting him. His reaction to my set are the best. And if you have paid attention to who was holding an item, you have been teased of who I'm bringing. I'm so kind. And on that, I won't waste your time anymore. I will see you guys another time.